What up is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he started talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yana Van Zam's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
I'm coming. Hold on. He rushing me. Ooh. Oh. All right. All right. I'm coming. Ouch. Hold on. I'm coming. We are here. Chicken, get your chicken here. We are here. Y'all, I have worn this hat every day this week. I don't know what it is about this Miami Heat hat that has been agreeing with me this week, but it has been doing the do for me this week. Like, I go through moments like that where I'll be like, this hat is what I'm feeling this week, and this hat is absolutely what I'm feeling this week. So I worn it. What's up, y'all? What is going on? Shondo to you and yours. Hello, everyone. How art thou? Let me say hey to some people. Hey, Jason. Hey, Janae. Morgan. Lovely 31. Shout out to the members. They have been very active in the members only chat. If you are missing out on the members only chat, shame on you. Become a member. Go to the post on the community tab and give me your Make sure you go on the community tab and give me your Instagram handle, and you too can be a part of the members only chat. They be cutting up over there in the members only chat, cutting up. Just know that today's topic of conversation was penis size. I did not start it. It was all them, not me. Maybe I did start it. Hmm. 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 I just had a really good salad. I should have flossed and brushed before I came on here. Hope ain't nothing caught in my teeth. Mm. Hey, Miss Trisha P. Hey, Simon Stewart, 2003. Not sure that I've seen you around these parts, but we welcome you anyway. Y'all put a shondo in the chat for Simon Stewart, 2003. Hey there. Look, Janae is in the members only chat. She say it is fun. We do have a good time over there in the members only chat. Child. They be cutting up. Do you hear me? Cutting up over there. Child. Ain't nothing I can do to stop them. They get to going. Nothing I can do. I just have to sit there and be a fly on the wall and let them just go. Now listen, I don't have that many topics for our politics of it all today, which means um which means that we're gonna have a quite lively chat and discussion, because whenever I don't have a lot of topics, that just means that we end up cutting up and having a lot to talk about. I feel like this my camera lens is fuzzy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I feel like that's better. Oh, that was a little blurry. Had to wipe that off. But yeah, so y'all, we are here. We're gonna do what we do the goddamn thing, make it do what it do. Mods, monitor the people as they come in late. They have until 5:20. At 5:21, if they ain't got a hall pass, if they don't have a pass to class, make sure you hand out these good essays, okay? Mods, please hand out the essays, please. Essays starting at 5:21. I'm giving you a 20-minute grace period. But at 5:21, these good essays will be handed out. So what I think I want to do, I think I want to get the sugar spikes out of the way first. Do I? Or do I want to do non-sugar spikes, sugar spikes in the middle, and then non-sugar spike last? What do y'all think? Option one is sugar spike first, and then everything else after. Option two is non-sugar spike, sugar spike stories in the middle, non-sugar spikes at the end. So for option one, put a 1. For option two, put 27. I'll wait. I don't know why. I feel like something is in my teeth. Mm-hmm. Nothing there, but it felt like it. So for option one, put a 1. For option two, put 27. Also tonight we have our I think Chasing Dallas is premiering tonight. So I'll try to get that out tonight. I don't know when Really B is doing her 10,000 subscriber celebration. I'll have to get with her on that. I have no idea when she's doing that. I'm doubting it's tonight. I don't think it's tonight because I feel like she would have told me if it was tonight. I feel like she would have told me. Hmm. Oh well, I'll find out. I'll call her and I'll find out. It's tomorrow. Well, wow, y'all know before me. Lord. Maybe I ain't even get there. Maybe I ain't get no invite. Hey, Montrez. Hey, what's going on? Maybe I was uninvited and didn't even know. Ooh, mm. Oh wow, wow. That. Now I feel bad. Maybe I was not invited and I know. Boom. Oh wow. Mm. Okay, so I'm going. We're gonna go with option two. So y'all, we got a situation going on in the great state of Pennsylvania, in the city of brotherly love. So, uh, the fact that everybody knows when the celebration is and I don't, it's really making me believe that I might have been not invited. And now I feel bad. What a way to find out in the chat. Wow. Okay. So I found this story, I don't want to say shocking or jarring, but it was one of those, really? This is what's going on? So, in the great state of Pennsylvania, in the city of brotherly love, officials there are having an issue with this new drug. Now, the drug is an animal tranquilizer, and on the street they call it Trank, Tranq. But the problem is it's causing people to develop holes, holes, in their body and in their limbs, and causing people to lose limbs to amputation. They call it the zombie drug because it makes you behave like a zombie, in addition to causing parts of your body to either have to be amputated or have large holes and craters in it, to the point where it ends up having to be cut off. I don't know if it'll eventually fall off, but it's weird. Like, that's why they're calling it the zombie drug. Let me read this to y'all. Driving in Philadelphia's embattled Kensington neighborhood on Tuesday to get a first-hand look at the effects of xylazine, an animal tranquilizer that was turning fentanyl addicts into zombies. WPIX saw a sea of people with leg wounds, swollen hands, and even missing limbs along notorious Kensington Avenue. Quote, next thing you know, you wake up with a big ass hole all over, with these big ass holes all over you. And they just popped up anywhere, and it's not necessarily where you shoot up. That's according to Jeanette Frias, 48 years old, who gets help with wound care at Prevention Point, Philadelphia. Um, yeah, this is just, child, this is crazy. Sean Westfall, coordinator for overdose prevention at the nonprofit agency, it's believed it's believed the idea to mix xylazine, known as trank, into the heroin and fentanyl supply started in Puerto Rico before the animal sedative turned up in Philadelphia. Xylazine is now in 90% of Philadelphia's drug supply, and a federal law enforcement source told WPIX it has also been detected in New York City drug stash houses. Quote, adding a horse tranquilizer, something more sedating, makes it feel like it lasts longer, end quote, Westfall noted. Art El Malik, who said he first tried fentanyl in Seattle before returning to his native Philadelphia, noticed several years ago that his drugs were turning a different shade of white or pink. We will quote, we woke up and we would be completely sick. we'd see people walking around looking like animals with their knuckles touching the ground. End quote. Now I think that may be hallucinations of it on his own part, but whatever. So it goes on and on to talk about the effects of it. This stuff is making its way. It's already in Philadelphia. And you know, if it's in Philadelphia, it's in New York because Philadelphia is a hop, skip, and a jump from New York. So, y'all, I don't know. What do y'all think? If you are the type of people that like to take drugs, um, you know, specifically heroin and fentanyl, it might have this trank out there, and you might be looking like an extra for The Walking Dead or The Last of Us. I don't know, but y'all listen. In 2023, if you still out here taking illicit drugs like that, baby, it's stick to the listen. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to. Grab you a bottle of alcohol, turn it up. Grab you some weed, and you can't even buy weed from everybody nowadays because that shit be laced with all kinds of shit. But go to your nearest weed supplier that you know gives you good stuff and not nothing laced in nothing, and just go with the traditional stuff. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, because baby, you might turn up as an extra on The Walking Dead or The Last of Us, or an extra on Michael Jackson's Thriller video. One of them. I'm just saying. I don't know, but what I do know is if you live in the great state of Philadelphia, I mean, in the great state of Pennsylvania, and the great city of brotherly love, just don't be trying this shit up, buying this shit off the street, okay? Buy the good shit, the real shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, it is now time for our sugar spike moment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So long, well, I want to fight. Daddy gave me, yeah, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! You know, I found out that dude that does that song was on an episode of My 600-Pound Life. I'm not even making that up. I'm not even making that up. That's a real thing. He ended up on an episode of My 600-Pound Life. Child, I ain't watching because I don't really watch that show because I feel like it might give me nightmares. But child, girl, child. Anyway, so we got a couple of spiky moments today. Here's a scary idea and a scary notion and a spiky moment. You'll be seeing this flooding across your news networks in the very near future. So, Kevin, if you did not know, something that might have slipped under the radar is the fact that your Speaker of the House, in the form of one Mr. Kevin McCarthy, has decided a few days ago that he was going to release, I think it was 40,000 hours of footage from January 6th to Fox News and Tucker Carlson. These were videos and this was footage and videos that was only privy to members of Congress and or the House Select Committee that was investigating January 6th. Hey, Harold, what's good? Harold, you got in just under the hair of your chinny chin chin. Harold, you all right? You had a list. You had until 5:20, and at 5:21, you was going to get these good this good essay. Um, so releasing thousands of hours of footage and video from January 6th that the viewing public just wasn't, privy to Fox News and Tucker Carlson. These are the people who have been perpetuating and proliferating conspiracy theories and all types of other subversive ideologies about not September 11th, not February, geez, January 6th. So you know what's going to happen now. They're going to go and pick apart all of the different parts that that they can piece together, whether they could put together and edit up on an editing table and put it on a montage and just screw with the facts so that they can show it to their people and just continue to proliferate and further cement in what some people have already believed is that this was all a hoax and that there was nothing to see here. I already know they already probably have several different versions of what they're going to put out first on Tucker Carlson's broadcast. Oh, please believe they are working on that now, where he's going to have exclusive footage from January 6th that proves that this was all made up in the heads of Democrats and liberals across America. Don't worry, Harold. You made it in by the hair of your chin and chin chin, but you was real close. Real close. Anyway, let me read this to you. So that happened earlier this week. So now Kevin McCarthy is out here trying to defend himself and the fact that he did this. Let me read this to you. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy defended his controversial move to grant Fox News host Tucker Carlson access to security footage from the January 6, 2001 attack on the Capitol, telling the New York Times he, quote, promised Tucker Carlson. Here's what he told the New York Times, quote, I was asked in the press about these tapes, and I said they do belong to the American public. I think sunshine lets everyone make their own judgment, end quote. Hey, NK Universe, I'm glad you started on your essays. The usher will hand you some additional paper. If you need paper to, write your essay on, just let us know what you need. We got you. The mods, I said ushers on. The mods will be over there giving you whatever you need. Essay questions, pen, paper, whatever you need. He also McCarthy, who had already been fundraising on the fact that he would give it out, did indeed promise to release the footage as part of his bid to become Speaker. And it was something Republican Representative Matt Gaetz had specifically been demanding. In fact, it was on a lengthy list of demands that Gaetz walked into McCarthy's office with on the Monday night before the Speaker's vote, according to a GOP source familiar with the list. But the list did not say the footage needs to go to Tucker Carlson. That was decided later. McCarthy could have tasked his own committees with sorting through the footage and presenting it, but a source close to McCarthy said he has long been weary of having the House GOP looking like it's investigating or relitigating the January 6th attack. Instead, McCarthy opted to give the footage to a friendly conservative media network. Specifically, he opted to give the exclusive to Tucker Carlson, who has been one of the most vocal voices in conservative media calling for the footage to be released. Carlson has been a huge McCarthy critic, So the move could help win the speaker some favor with Tucker Carlson's camp as McCarthy tries to hold together both the conservative and moderate wings of his Republican Party. This is an entire fucking shit show. Hey, Fran J, this is an entire shit show. But did you expect anything less? I mean, the vote to get him into the speakership was a shit show. So you knew his tenure as speaker was going to be a whole shit show. A mess. A whole ass mess. Here's what he's not banking on. You don't know what Tucker Carlson and the fucktards down there at Fox News are going to do with this. You have no clue what they're going to do with this. So while you're trying to, oblige all of these people who you made promises to, thinking that that's going to grant you good favor in Tucker Carlson's camp, you neglected to realize that you don't know what the fuck he's going to do. You don't know how far he's going to go. So you're going to be responsible for anything that happens now that comes out of Fox News. Hey, Jeff. Maj, you already know, how to handle these people rolling up in here after 5:21. Go ahead and handle them for me, please. Thank you. Now, here's why it's real fucked up. Now, remember, more than a dozen news outlets sued all of the big wigs, the CNN, the MSNBCs, Fox, more than a dozen news outlets, ABC, all of them sued to get access to the January 6th, January 6th, 2001 footage. They were denied that. A DC federal judge denied them their the ability to see that. So they had been denied by a judge. I think I had what the judge specifically said. The chief judge of DC federal court ruled that the public has a strong interest in seeing some security footage from the attack. However, these video releases haven't been automatic or guaranteed. News outlets can request the public release of videos after they are played in open court on a case-by-case scenario. That is what the federal judge decided. Kevin McCarthy, knowing that he wields a lot of power as Speaker of the House, said, well, it's my decision whether or not to give it to you. Here it is. Oh, no, I'm not going to give it to all of you all. I'm just going to give it to Tucker Carlson. This is what y'all got going on. Only to Tucker Carlson. We'll be waiting to see what they do with that. In other spiky news, well, look at what we have here. Oh, look at what we have here. Let me read this headline. History repeats itself with anti-China land ownership proposals. And where of all places? The great state of Texas, governed by Governor Hot Wheels. Hey, members of the, what is it, AAPI minority group? Hey, how you doing over there? All of my AAPI members of this great country of ours, how y'all doing over there? Y'all want to have a seat over here with us, the blacks? Y'all want to see them? We had this spot right here on the couch waiting for you, Asian community. Because y'all thought y'all was out there on y'all own. Y'all thought y'all weren't part of us other marginalized groups. Y'all thought y'all was just, y'all were the good ones. Y'all were the ones that they wanted. Y'all thought they saw it for y'all. No, bitch. We kept telling y'all, they do it to one marginalized group, they're going to do it to all. And now it's your turn, Asian Americans. Welcome to the party, pal. Cause y'all ain't want no parts of us. That ain't our fight. That's the fight for the blacks. Oh no, that's the fight for the Hispanics. That's the fight for the LGBTQ people. That ain't our fight. We over here. We ain't being bothered because they see it for us. They like us. We the good ones. Really? Have a seat over here on the couch with us. hmm It's a seat right there waiting. Have a seat. Have a damn seat. So, in the great state of Texas, I mean, it's so hilarious to me. Why? Because these people wanted no parts of what we had going on. In December, a bill targeting immigrants from certain countries was introduced in the Texas State Senate, and unfortunately, it's gaining steam. Senate Bill 147, written by Republican State Senator Lois Colkhurst, would ban people or businesses with Chinese, North Korean, Iranian, or Russian citizenship from owning a home or property in Texas. For the record, federal law extends the right to home and land ownership to individuals regardless of citizenship status. Republicans who support the bill believe it is a matter of national security, according to NBC News. Last month, GOP Governor Greg Abbott tweeted his support for the measure, which he claimed would prevent people from countries with, quote, hostile interests, end quote, such as China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, from buying up farmland. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the goddamn party. Now, many members of Texas's Chinese immigrant community who they say no longer feel welcome and safe in the great state of Texas, fear for their future. Activists and politicians who deem the proposed legislation as xenophobic say that it's reminiscent of America's tradition of using Asian communities as scapegoats during periods of heightened political conflict. These attitudes have always existed in the U.S., dating uh, farther back than the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, which prohibited Chinese migration for 40 years. And while Abbott says the ban will not affect permanent residents of Chinese descent, the bill is clearly fueled by an anti Asian sentiment. Baby, baby, baby shark, do. We tried to tell you. We kept screaming. If they do it to one marginalized group, please believe they're going to do it to all of them. See, you thought when Texas first came for the gays, that ain't my fight. You thought when Texas came for the Hispanic and Latinx community, mm-mm, that ain't our problem. That ain't our fight. They liked us. Y'all thought that because they sped that bill through Congress after that whole shooting in Georgia, and they streamlined and zipped that thing right through Congress faster than lightning speed, that y'all was good. Oh, they see it for us. They like us Asians. No, boo. You don't fit into the box. You don't have the four walls of the box. What are the four walls? White, male, Christian, heterosexual. You don't fit all four. Sorry, boo boo. Have a seat over here with us. Have a seat over here with us. But here's the deal. Now y'all gonna be looking for all us marginalized groups to be over here windmilling with y'all. No, boo. Well, I'm not gonna say no because, like I said, let me retract that. Let me rescind that statement. We'll fight, but please be clear. Y'all can't pick and choose when and if y'all want to be over here in on the battlefield. We told y'all this was gonna happen. You thought Governor Hot Wheels gave a shit about y'all? You thought these white people in the great state of Texas gave a shit? Um, Chinese American activist Ling Luo, who has been organizing on the ground in Texas, echoed concerns about how the bill will affect the average person working toward the American dream rather than just Chinese billionaires. Quote, their fear is, I just got my green card. I can't buy property anymore. Renting is not as great as the freedom of owning your own house. End quote, Luo said in an interview. Here's the deal. There's this stereotype that all Asian people, people who are of Asian descent, because to white people, they are Chinese to them. They don't know no different. To racist, xenophobic ass white people, as long as they're of Asian descent, they're all Chinese to some of these white people, which is sad. But the thing, but in their estimation, then they all automatically equate that to, oh, they must be really smart. They must be Chinese billionaires and millionaires coming over here to buy up all the land. When that's not the case, many of these people are not wealthy and well-to-do, and they come over here just like other immigrants, trying to make a life for themselves and trying to free themselves from the tyranny that is the People's Republic of China. Because China, we knew, has a whole fucked up government over there. They are about their life in China. They don't give a shit. And a lot of these people are trying to free themselves from not just China, from many Asian countries where you have, for example, I'll give you a perfect example. I think it's Singapore, where you could be jailed if you're an adult and you're not married. It's illegal to have sex outside of marriage in, I think, is it Singapore or is it Indonesia? I think it's Singapore. Like, there are a lot of these East Asian countries Southeast Asian countries that have laws that you would not believe, and many of these people will flee those countries trying to, live, I guess you'll call it the American dream, but trying to get some facsimile of freedom from what the tyranny that they had to endure over in these countries. And so white people look at them. What's good? What's good, child of mine? White people, y'all give a good shondo in the chat to my child that just rolled through here. What's good, child of mine? White people see this shit, and white people think that these are some rich rich Chinese people trying to buy up all the land. Chinese and Chinese, Korean, and all of the other AAPI people have a seat over here by us black people and Hispanic, Latinx people, and the Rainbow Coalition. We've been waiting. We've been waiting for you. Child. Your son lives in Bali right now, child. It's a mess over there. Listen, this next story is about to piss y'all off. So before I got to do another, we got to do the theme song because I'm telling you this next story is gonna piss you off. I'm telling you. So we take a moment. We're gonna play the intro, and you take a moment to get you something sweet to eat and put in your mouth to regulate your sugar levels, because this next story is gonna piss you off.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love the world. I want to fight. That he gave. His only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. In the great state of California. Hey, friend Jay. Hey, Omar. So listen. Yes, many of these non-black people will only want to be allies now the heat is coming there. Exactly. 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 Oh my. Hey, G Smith. Jesus. So, in the great state of California, hey, Spicy Original. Mars, y'all know what to do with these people, right? Y'all know what to do with these people, right, Mars? Y'all know what to do with these people. And make sure they get their essays. Go ahead and get them that essay. Thank you, Fran J, for re-upping on your membership. Thank you, my love. Make sure, Fran J, you put your IG handle in the community wall post so that you can get access to the hey YB, what's good? What's good, boom? So you can get access to the group chat for members only in Instagram. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. They be out of order over there. So in the great state of California, have y'all heard about this situation with the elementary school up in California? So an elementary school, Pepper Tree Elementary School, which is in Upland, California, from what I understand, just east of, I'm good, YB, I'm good. You know, we always good over here. Just east of San Francisco area, they had an incident. So for Black History Month, white people always got to be way out of order for Black History Month. Y'all know they be way out of order. So here's what we got going on. Parents of students at a California elementary school are demanding answers after a series of racist drawings a sixth grader allegedly gave to a fellow Black student were discovered. The incident at Pepper Tree Elementary School has rattled many in the Upland Unified School District. One of the drawings state, quote, "You're my favorite monkey," end quote, while another reads, quote, "To my favorite cotton picker," end quote. The mother of the student who received these drawings told KTLA she has since pulled her daughter from the school after continued harassment from fellow students. Continued harassment after the drawings. And what she says has been little action from the Upland Unified School District. Parents Maylana and Rome Douglas have 3 kids attending the same school and say their daughter has been a target of racism as well. This is a mess, y'all. Let me show y'all the pictures. I have the pictures. Hey, Tracy, y'all go ahead and get Tracy. Tracy got 5,000 for BLA. She got 5,000. She already know that. All right. Here's one of the pictures. That is a picture of a stick figure Black person hanging from a tree. I know that one may be hard to see. This is another one that says, "To my favorite monkey." They blurred out the part at the top with the girl's name on there. And here's another picture that says, "To my favorite cotton picker," because that's what they're giving to Black students at this elementary school during Black History Month. Y'all know white people find a way. White people find a way during Black History Month to be extra racist. Extra. I told y'all was gonna need something to regulate your sugar levels for this. So here's what the mom says, quote, "They said that they were going to give her a drawing that specifically said, 'You're my favorite slave,' and they were going to show her a slave hanging from a tree." That's what the mom told KTLA. The concerned parents also say a group of girls claimed they'd give their daughter back rubs and massages because it's Black History Month. Baby, we don't want your back rubs and massages. We don't want a goddamn thing from you. Quote, and so according to the parents, this is what they told their daughter. Quote, "It's your month. You're entitled to back rubs." And apparently someone told her, well, maybe only half the month because you're only half Black, end quote. That's what the kid's telling the daughter. So the daughter is of mixed origin. Her dad's Black and the mom is white. So they told her she's only half the month because you're only half black. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. Morgan, this is what I'm asking. This is what I'm asking. The article goes on to say it's not the first time students in Upland have experienced racism. At this time last year, meaning during Black History Month last year, a teacher was placed on leave for making anti-Asian comments during during Lunar New Year's celebrations at another school in the same districts. 2 weeks after the most recent incident happened, the principal of Pepper Tree Elementary sent a letter to parents about the drawings. 2 weeks after. A day after that, district officials uploaded a video to YouTube. On that video, on that video, the Upland Unified School District Board President Sherman Garnett said, quote, I want to make it perfectly clear that we have a strict zero tolerance policy on any type of hate speech and harassment, end quote. So what you're basically saying is, since these kids that did this is probably still at school, you don't deem what was said and done as hate speech. See, that's how they get around it. See, it's all subjective. If they don't deem it as hate speech or that bad, then they don't feel the need to do anything about it. They don't feel the need to have this zero tolerance policy. A mess. A mess. Now, y'all got white people across the fruited plains damn near having Klan meetings at every school board meeting, damn near burning crosses on the floor of every school board across America about anything that even mentions a black person. No smoke when the children of these same racist ass white people are out here harassing black students in elementary school. Not go-go flower rangers, you know what? Mighty racist flower rangers. Oh, I can't stand y'all. Go flower rangers. Mighty racist flower rangers. Oh, I can't play with y'all. I cannot play with y'all. Oh, mm-mm. I rescind whatever essay G. Smith have. G. Smith don't have no essays today. She is the comment of the day. No essays for her today. God of mercy. God of love. Child. Lord. But this is what we have going on. This is what we have going on. There's all of this concern about protecting the comfort and feelings of white children. You don't want them to feel slighted. You don't want them to feel hurt by what their ancestors did. You don't want them to have any responsibility for anything at all, even if it's things that they directly did. For black kids, y'all getting everything. We don't give a shit how you feel. Nope. Oh, you black? Yeah, we don't care how you feel. How you feel, that don't matter. That doesn't matter, guys. So we'll monitor and see what happens. But this is America. This is America. In more spiky ass news, not to be left out because the governor of the great state of Florida, Governor Death Sentence, dared us not talk about Governor Hot Wheels. See, you know how we had the story earlier about Texas and Governor Hot Wheels over there? Governor Death Sentence says, oh no, the fuck you don't believe you're gonna talk about Governor Hot Wheels and not talk about me over here in the great state of Florida. He will not be left out. So we had to have our requisite Florida story. Wait, what NK Universe said? Since you got off the essay duty, do you want to finish mine? You can't be giving your essays off to nobody. I'm still never gonna get over Go Go Flower Rangers, Mighty Morphin Flower Rangers. Somebody need to turn that into a song. I promise you, somebody need to turn that into a song. Go Go Flower Rangers, Mighty Racist Flower Rangers. A mess. Governor Death Sentence has his panties in a whole bunch. And hey, Cams, y'all know what to do with Cams, right? Mods, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Go ahead and handle Cams. Go ahead and handle him. But Governor Death Sentence, hey Cams, boo. Y'all go ahead and handle that. Um, so Governor Death Sentence has his panties in a bunch over geriatric old ass Andrea Mitchell. Yes, that Andrea Mitchell that comes on at 12 o'clock on MSNBC. Old ass, and y'all know Andrea Mitchell is barely hanging on. The fact that she's still on screen every day. I started with you. I didn't do anything, Cams. I just said, hey, Cams. Hey, boo. Ciao. Now you talk about I'm starting with you. We're aware of your IEP, Fran J. You will be given all of the accommodations that you need. It's right over here in my IEP drawer. We know what your accommodations are. You will get all of the accommodations that you so need and deserve. Make sure you have my essay, though. Cabs, you know I love you, boo. Y'all go handle that now. Mods, go handle that now. Make sure if he ain't got no hall pass, if he ain't got nail hall pass, y'all give him this good 3,000 word essay. Check for the hall pass. If he ain't got no hall pass, then make sure he get this good essay. Cams, I ain't did nothing. You know you my boo. We here. We here. We here. Just saying. Yeah. Right. Hey, Cams, boo. Child. Y'all over here making whole negotiations in the chat. It's 4:53. I work a 9 to 5. So I didn't say anything. What are you talking about? All I said was, hey, Cams, boo. And now you jumping down my neck. I feel assaulted and attacked verbally accosted. How dare you accost me verbally like this, Cams? I'm just a victim here. Now, the person you need to be worried about is Tracy, because Tracy is the one coming at your throat. That's the one who you need to be worried about, not me. It's Tracy, not me. Child. And NKU and NK Universe is coming for you. See, it's the chat. It is not me. Don't be looking at me. Do not be looking at me. Fran J says she is selling authentic hall passes for $15 a piece. A mess. Y'all are too much. I want to be assaulted by you. That might be true. You don't know me or my life. You don't know me or my life. Sir, you don't know me or my life. A real one would know what to do to shut me up. Let me start. Let me get back to my story. Now, Right, we got whole ass side hustles going on in the chat. I tell y'all every day, I am not the show. The show is over here in the chat. The show is over here in the chat. I'm just the sideshow. But that's the real show over there in the chat. Just saying. Anyway, hey Cam's boo. Now, so Governor Death Sentence has his panties in a bunch, all about Andrea Mitchell. Andrea Mitchell is a geriatric, barely hanging on. I'm sometimes I will watch a story by Andrea Mitchell and like, how is she still on television? Because sometimes she really be struggling to get through her stories, but they still carting her out there. They still have her out there sometimes, even on out on working a beat and on on scene and stuff like that. It just anyway. Let me read this because Governor Death Sentence say he's not here for it. Florida Governor Ron Death Sentence DeSantis will boycott media appearances on NBC and NBC shows, according to the press team, until one of the network's star reporters apologizes for a question she posed about the governor's education policies. Quote, there will be no consideration of anything related to NBC Universal or its affiliates until and at least Andrea Mitchell corrects the blatant lie she made about the governor. End quote. DeSantis's press secretary Brian Griffin said in an email to the network that he posted on Twitter. The quote lie that the DeSantis camp is protesting is a question Mitchell put to Vice President Kamala Harris last week, in which she asked, quote, what does Governor Ron DeSantis not know about Black history and the Black experience when he says that slavery and the aftermath of slavery should not be taught to Florida school children? End quote. That was the question that she posed to not Ron DeSantis, but Vice President Kamala Harris. He took offense to the question that Andrea Mitchell asked Kamala Harris, and now he said he boycotting NBC. Andrea Mitchell tried to backpedal and pussy pop on it, but she didn't do it enough for him. Apparently, she later said that her questioning was imprecise, but not explicit, but did not explicitly apologize. Press Secretary, Florida Press Secretary, Ron DeSantis' Press Secretary Brian Griffin said NBC and its affiliates, quote, must display a consistent track record of truthful reporting before Ron DeSantis, who has an acrimonious relationship with the mainstream media, agrees to future appearances. Y'all got a lot of goddamn nerves, Ron DeSantis. You got a lot of fucking nerve. You got a lot of goddamn nerve. This whore is smelling her pussy at this point. Mama is round here feeling and smelling her pussy at this point. Governor Death Sentence, you need to go sit the fuck down somewhere. Mama is doing too much at this point. She's doing way too much. Baby, first of all, do you know how many reporters across the fruited plains have asked way worse questions than that? First of all, she didn't even ask you the question. She wasn't even interviewing you. She was interviewing Kamala Harris. And she could ask Kamala Harris what she deems appropriate. You got your panties in a bunch because everybody sees you for the fuck shit that you are. You got a lot of fucking nerves. You got a lot of fucking nerves. You got all this smoke for Andrea Mitchell, this old geriatric ass white woman. I don't see you over there flexing on that geriatric white man that's running for president in 2024. I don't see you flexing like that on him. You got a lot of goddamn nerves. I don't exactly, Morgan. Nothing she said was wrong. Where is the lie? Where is anything wrong in what Andrea Mitchell asked? But you got all this smoke for Andrea. The woman has to take Geritol to come on screen every day. Like it's damn near elderly abuse making that woman do a whole 60-minute broadcast. But you over here got this smoke for this. You better go sit your motherfucking ass down somewhere. Governor death sentence. He is doing way too much. He is smelling his pussy. And the thing about it is, part of this is self-inflicted. NBC, CNN, and all of these other mainstream outlets give this bitch way too much airtime. Y'all inflate the ego of Ron DeSantis. Y'all make him feel like he's the poster child for the Republican Party, or as if he is above every other governor. You have inflated his ego. You have made him feel as if he's untouchable. And now he has the Trump syndrome of thinking that the news cycle cannot go on without him. Remember, when Trump was in the White House, he knew and carried it like a badge of honor the fact that the news cycle did not go anywhere without him. And there were those of us who were screaming from the rooftops, why do you people report on any and everything that this stupid ass man says? Why do you report on every lie? Why do you report on every racist ass thing that he says and give it prime time billing on your networks and inflate their egos, their hubris? So Ron DeSantis can very well say, yeah, I ain't going on y'all shit at all. I'm gonna go to everybody else. He knows that you're going to be clamoring to have him on your network because you do it now. You have him all over the place, all the time, all over your websites, all over your broadcasts. So he, of course, has a sense of entitlement and could tell you, bitch, I ain't going over there. Make that bitch apologize. I would not be surprised if within the next 48 hours, Andrea Mitchell doesn't issue a complete apology. I would not be surprised. A mess. A goddamn mess. That, ladies and gentlemen, was our requisite, story on Governor Death Sentence, who says that he will not be left out of the news cycle. Our last story of the day is not a sugar spike story. Excuse me. But it was a topic I saw on Twitter, and it made me think a lot, and I thought that I should bring it to you so that we could unpack it. So let me put this, I want to put this up so that we can unpack this. If you can't read that, let me read that to you, okay? Let me read it to you. Hold on. Let me pull it up so I can read it, God. Hold on, y'all. All right. This says, 2 ways that colorism shows up with gay and bi black men that we don't talk enough about. 1, gay and bi black men only like dark-skinned men when they are super fit, have huge dicks or fat asses, but liking people who aren't dark-skinned black men in all different sizes and body types with different size body parts. Only the body of the dark-skinned black man has to be reduced to specific body parts that can be easily sexualized. Dicks, lips, and asses that must be bigger or super defined muscles to be deemed sexually desirable. Notice how basic photos of non-dark-skinned black men, think selfies, can get tons of attention, but dark-skinned black men have to be showing off the specific aforementioned body parts to get the type of attention as a simple selfie of a non-dark skinned black man. That's the first point. The second point is the second way colorism shows with gay and bi black men is dark skinned black men must be seen as phallus users with huge dicks to be deemed sexually desirable. Yet, non dark skinned black men can show up sexually as any position, top or bottom. There's a lot to unpack there. I do not agree with all of it, but there is a lot to unpack there. There's a lot. A lot. A lot. This delves really, 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 really deep into black gay men culture. These are things that within the community, I'm not going to say all of it is a lie. I said there were parts I didn't agree with. The main parts that I don't agree with are in the second part about position. The second part about position, I can't really agree with that. But because nowadays positions are very fluid, like that. So I can't agree with the second part. But the first part, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cams, you still in the chat? Cams, if you still in the chat, I need you to come up. Hold on. Damn it, Elton. All right. Cams, if you still in the chat, I need you to come up. You don't have to come on camera. I just need you to come up. This is an interesting conversation, though. I know I come on camera and the lights and everything don't make me look as dark as I am when you see me in real life, but I'm definitely not a part of the light skin delegation, and I certainly am on the darker side of the hue. So the first part is interesting. I feel like a lot of that is unconscious and not spoken. Okay, Cams. But I can't disagree with a ton of that. I cannot disagree with that. Further, I would venture to say, and sometimes black women, you all can see this sometimes too. You ever notice how when a black man sometimes gets with a white woman, or on our side, when a black man gets with a white man, they get with people who you be looking like, what the fuck is that? But then when they look at black people, then they want them to be perfect. You got to have the sculpted body. You got to be this, that, and the third. You got to fill out this whole list of traits and characteristics for you to be deemed, attractive or desirable in their estimation. But the white person, they could look like hell on earth and they don't give a damn. And it's the same thing a lot of times. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Y'all done seen it like I have. Sometimes if they high yellow and light skin, baby, people look past a whole lot of shit and they be like, ooh, don't let them fuck around and have light eyes. And they really be flipping over. And they be looking like hell on earth. And a dark skinned person, baby, if you ain't made like you superhero drawn and sketched into Marvel comics, they don't want no parts of you. I can't say that this is untrue. I can't say this is untrue. That first section, especially, and see, the thing about the gay community is, and it's way more exponentially true in the black gay community. Baby, they want you to be young, and they want you to have body yada 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 yada, youth, body, and all of the other features that make you sexualized. Ass, if you're a top, you want a man with a nice big ass. If you're a bottom, you want a man with a nice big peen. If you ain't meeting those criteria, now the part that I can't agree with totally, um, hey Cam,
Hey, hey.
how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
So you heard the two things that I read, right?
I did, yes.
Thought,
Um, I'm in agreement with you about the terms of position. I feel like it is a lot more fluid these days.
yeah,
With most people, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Maybe on Monday you feel like a top. By Friday you're a bottom.
right.
Perhaps. I mean, I don't know, but I do think that there is a degree of over or hypersexualization of dark skinned bodies. I definitely do think that there is that. And, I always like to play a game with some of my gay friends where it's called Is He Cute or Is He Light Skinned?
Mm,
Because there is a difference between those two.
there is.
But, I just feel like it's currency to be lighter skinned. And I think, our dark skinned sisters experience a lot of that too, where
Mm-hmm.
you're not desirable if you're darker skinned, which,
Mm-hmm.
that's somebody else's loss. But I think that it is sad how that happens. And, with the advent of, social media, I have seen where, especially with TikTok, it's just, I'm starting to see a lot more erasure of darker skinned people in terms of those that are racially ambiguous, is what I call it. Because I can't tell what they are, but it's racially ambiguous and they got like lighter colored eyes. And that's what's considered in right now.
This is going to come out harsh, and it lands where it lands to whoever hears this afterwards. I would venture to tell you this happens even in an arena like YouTube.
Mm.
There are some people, you look at their content, the content that's being put out. Y'all can say I'm making this up, but I can give you a ton of examples. I'm not, because I don't want to put people out there. But there are some people, you can look at their content, and the content of somebody who is darker is absolutely phenomenal. Whereas somebody who may, be on the other side of the hue, and their content is either equal or less or not as good, and the lighter will be praised where the dark will be like, oh, they just need to do better. It's something I don't like about their channel. Same content, even sometimes same style and delivery, but there's these unconscious prejudices that that people have. But it's certainly, how it is in the black gay world. Sexuality is huge. I'm not gonna lie. It's a big part.
It is, and I think that's honestly why I've decided to just stay out of the dating game, because from what I've experienced, there's really no substance. It's when you're going out on a date, a lot of people are already gauging, do I want to sleep with you? Yes, no, maybe so. And based off that, you know, that determines how they treat you. And it's very shallow and superficial, even amongst, I've been in gay networking groups, and I've seen people be treated horribly because they're not sexually desirable.
Mm.
And I just think that that's funny when you're already a part of a marginalized group, that you're treating each other like trash because someone, you know, you don't want to sleep with this person, so you don't want to treat them decently at all. I just think that it's weird to me, because I've always been a proponent of treat people how you want to be treated, and I just don't see a lot of that. But then it's also people are trash. So
People are trash. Spicy Originals say the natural hair community was rife with that. Interesting.
also the YouTube beauty community.
Child.
I would say the YouTube beauty community was terrible for that. But to your
Mm.
point, LTD, I feel like a lot of people, it's not the content that they care about. It's how does this person look?
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to co-sign it? Because, you know, if you know, if I find you sexually attractive, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna watch. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what the content is. I just, you know,
Yep.
you do it for me, so I'm gonna keep coming back. Versus it being like this person makes really good content, and that's why I'm here. Like I find the content to be engaging, but I don't know. It's very weird because when you see like who the top YouTubers are, I'm not shocked by that. I'll just leave it at that.
At all.
I'm not shocked by it. When I see who the biggest people on TikTok are, I'm not shocked by that.
And these major conglomerates like the TikToks of the world, the Googles that owns YouTube, they are aware of their audience and they absolutely want things and people that will be palatable for the white community first. And let's be clear, the white community lighter is more palatable for them until you get in the bedroom. And there goes to the hypersexualization. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, Mr. Pisces. Can one of my mods drop that link again for me? So, because I'd love to hear Mr. Pisces, who bends over to the lighter side of the spectrum. I'd love to see how he feels about it. Now, I will say Mr. Pisces may come at it from a different perspective, having lived across the pond, but over in Europe, where their thoughts and ideologies are a little different. But I wonder if it isn't different, if the same things ring true, because we're really talking about things intra. You working out. You know what? You can stop working out for a second. Nobody care about you over there trying to give the people a show over there, showing all your body to all of these people. I'm sure you got your legs cocked open, giving the people something they can look at over there down to the gym. Legs cocked open, bulge falling out everywhere.
So
God.
I thought he just said he was working out. I didn't.
You gotta, if you, I follow him on Instagram, so he's good for a good picture at the gym, legs cocked open,
Oh,
giving the people something they can feel.
send me the Instagram for research purposes.
For research purposes. Oh man.
No, because I am interested in seeing like what does get a ton of likes on Instagram versus, you know, light skin versus darker. Because I feel like, you know, if you dark skin on Instagram, you got to be putting damn near all of it out there on Instagram for you to get an
Yeah.
appreciable number of likes in comparison to somebody that's, you know, they just got a little picture, a selfie, and then, you know, they got light colored eyes, and it's just like they get all the likes, but they look like they got hit in the face by a brick, but it's not their hand.
Or but like I said, that I find that when I saw this, it really, 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 even some dark skinned members of the community, they self hate on their own. Like they self hate on themselves because of tropes and stereotypes they've heard all of their lives. And they, hate on each other. I always say that the the mantle of white privilege and breastplate of white supremacy is something that so many different people want to be able to wield and have over other people. So even inside of the black race, colorism lies because people want to be able to have this supremacy and privilege over another group of people. Since they've been marginalized, they'd love to know how it feels to be on the other side.
I don't disagree.
That's why homophobia is so popular, because in the black community, that is a sort of privilege or supremacy that a black person who's in a marginalized group can have over another marginalized group.
It's
DS or LS? I don't even know what that is.
dark skinned or light skinned.
Oh, okay. Oh, I feel stupid. I'm like DSL. That just went way over my head. I feel so stupid. Oh man. Well, we know that's true, Mr. Pisces, but we're talking about specifically um inside of the race. Because this is not a conversation that white people can have. We're talking about inside intra. Yeah, that's the right prefix. Intra, not inter, but intra racial um ideologies. 'Cause it's a real thing. I know in the American black gay culture. That I know. I absolutely know. So you know who I'll give you. You may see him on. I'm going to give you the example of somebody who you may see. Now you're going to say I'm hating, but this person has a beautiful body, and their face is just okay to me. But people give them way more than their work, because I've seen them. They're in the ballroom scene, and I've seen them go against a lot of people that are dark skinned, and they always win. But I've been like, oh, well, the dark skinned person looked better than them, may have even had a better body. Rebel. And I'm not saying Rebel is ugly because he's not, but his face ain't all that. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? And I've seen him go against people, and I know full well, yeah, y'all gave him this because he was light skinned.
yeah. No comment on that.
I'm not saying Rebel is ugly. He's not. But when you talk about walking sex siren, okay, sex siren is a whole category filled with beautiful people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I done seen sometimes I've been like, now you know what y'all just hate.
Look, I don't have a comment on that. So
I feel like you're too close to it.
I'm not. I don't. I know of Rebel, but that's really it. I know of.
But then everything I have looked up to has to be followed by dark skin, or I'll be given a bunch of Hellman's. Oh,
Mm.
um, I just don't know. It's an interesting conversation. I think that it speaks to the fact that these are this is not just something um that the straight community deals with within the black community. It's even in our community, in the gay community, because you see it all of the time. So that's interesting. Very interesting. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. We about to get up off here so we can get ready for Really B to go live. I'm not sure what time she's going live. I don't know. Don't get told nothing anymore. I didn't even know when the 10,000 celebration was happening. Y'all had to tell me. I'll find out.
Here you go playing the victim again.
Might want to check my phone, see if it still works.
You do the most. L Teddy, you do the most.
Really be know I love her. I'll be right at her house, standing right at the front door. If she play with me,
If you say so.
what? That side.
No, I'm just thinking about the travel that I have to do for work. I'm so sorry.
Listen, I'm going to be here for Silly Saturday this weekend, but the following 2 weekends.
Oh,
Hmm?
you
That's 2 weekends in a row, okay?
so this Saturday there will be a silly Saturday.
It was a Silly Saturday last Saturday.
Yeah, but I was busy last Saturday, so I couldn't really enjoy it.
No, you were supposed to come up.
And I told y'all I couldn't do it because I literally had brunch with my friends, and then we went out for some drinks afterwards. I
Mm,
didn't get home till like 10 o'clock that night.
mm.
I don't
A
know how I
long
got home,
brunch.
but I got home at 10 o'clock.
A long brunch,
Baby, I was drunk. That's what it was.
apparently.
Yeah, we got trapped. Well, I almost. We can talk about this backstage, but
Hmm.
I almost went to jail.
So are you coming on this week?
I can come up this weekend. Yes, I don't have anything going on.
Mm. You can fit me in your oh so busy schedule.
See, what we're not gonna do is this.
What?
I'm
I'm
not
the victim.
normally busy on Saturdays, but I hadn't seen my friend in like 3 weeks. So,
I'm the victim here.
are you though?
Yes.
Are you? I mean,
What's
because
that?
I feel like I'm the victim because there's been several Saturdays where we've had nothing, absolutely nothing. You gave us nothing, and we're just supposed to be okay with nothing. I'm not used to this stepchild treatment, and I don't feel like it's acceptable.
Is this what we're doing?
I mean, I suppose it is.
As I always say, I love y'all. I love all y'all. Thank you all for being vocal present and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Put some shadows in the chat. We about to get up off here so I can cuss this young man out backstage like I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Virgo enemy. I've had a Virgo enemy, but there's not a Virgo in my blood. Listen, I am a Capricorn through and through.
Unfortunately, as am I.
I am the complete middle of Capricorn. I'm dead smack in the middle of Capricorn too, like dead smack in the middle.
I'm on the tail end.
So I got all them Capricorn traits. Shondo to you and yours. Shondo to everybody. You want to say anything to the people before I press this button?
Um, Show up for Silly Saturday.
Tracy, you cannot say I didn't give you a politics of it all because I did.
Tracy need to co-host too, but whatever.
Yeah, she do, but she ain't gonna do nothing but get up here and yell about Sharice. God,
Because she's a terrible person.
she is a terrible person. Sharice is a terrible
I mean,
person.
but aren't they all terrible on that
They
show?
are. They are all terrible.
Yeah,
That I cannot deny.
yeah, they're all terrible.
Anyway, we about to get back, get up off here and talk backstage, and stuff like that. I will see. I don't know if I'll go live tomorrow. I probably won't because we got Really Be tomorrow.
You
We
will.
got to celebrate Really Be tomorrow, so I won't go live tomorrow. But I'll try to get Chasing Dallas out, if not tonight, tomorrow, sometime during the day, and then we'll have Silly Saturday on Saturday.
I'm excited.
So am I.
You're finally giving us something on a Saturday. I'm so excited. I feel like Christmas.
Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. We out of here. Bye, y'all.